Hello, and welcome back to the Catch-Up Corner. We've been on a little bit of a hiatus.
In an episode far, far away, we've returned. Somehow, the Catch-Up Corner has returned. And ignore me as I'm, clicking and making sure we're on the actual mic, because it's been a while. Okay, we're good. I haven't even streamed for the first time yet this year. It's been that long since I've used this setup. The most I've used it for is, gaming, especially recently, ironically, with Star Wars Battlefront 2. So, that was funny. But we're back.
We are back. I know we've been a little busy. The plan was to get some video games in there after taking a little break from the shows because I was not going to catch up.
And we're going to talk about the canon.
And we were going to talk about canon, and it was a little
fell apart.
Too much. It just fell apart. Star Wars really drained me out, which we'll talk about a little bit. We already had a whole episode on it. And so check that one out if you want to hear what happened.
It turns out having 4 jobs in January right after the holiday when there's a holiday cut and they cut your hours for your companies really fucks you in the ass now, doesn't it?
But we are back.
Wow,
and
we are.
Hopefully we won't miss
for the wrap-up.
We are back for wrap-up part 1. We will be returning
in May.
Yep, the Avengers will be returning in May.
In Doomsday. The Catch-Up Corner will return in Doomsday. Side note, my favorite format of that meme is when somebody put a picture of Zaboomafoo on there. It was like, Zaboomafoo will return in Doomsday.
But
and I
he
knew,
won't, though.
And I know, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Why are you shut the fuck up?
It makes me sad.
No, don't say it. Shush.
Okay.
Hush your lip. Zip your pie hole. Why would you say that? This is supposed to be about Star Wars, not Zaboomafoo.
You started it.
You brought up the death. And I'm still not over.
Neither am I.
No one is. He just recently got Zaboomafoo recently got another granddaughter.
Oh,
good for the guy.
Babies.
Love that lemur. Was Zaboomafoo a she or a he? I forget.
I think a he.
Was it a he?
I don't know. I've been
the actual
before.
lemur? Yeah?
I'm
pretty sure. Yeah, he. I'm pretty sure. Yes. Okay. Wow.
All right,
oh my god. Lemurs with pronouns. Oh my god. This podcast will go fuck yourself. Anyways, Star Wars.
So we are going to start out first. Actually, let's start out with talking about some other things we've consumed these last 2 months.
Oh, it's gonna be that type of wrap up, isn't it?
I mean, it's a monthly wrap up anyway, and we talked about other media anyway.
That's fair. So we do have the Muppet Show coming up anyways.
The Muppet Show is coming up, which I'm super excited about.
Actually, oh my god, wait, next week. Yeah, next Thursday it comes out, the pilot show.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I've been I don't know what
scared.
It's been. No, well, yes, scared, A. B, I've been really wanting to watch the Muppet Show that I did not get to continue.
Absolutely, as you should.
I've been just craving just watching that lately, but I have not had the time, obviously.
You did rewatch Mayhem.
I did rewatch
I came home and you were rewatching Mayhem, so I think that's your new comfort show, which is funny.
I know, I love that show so much.
It's such a fantastic show. But, okay.
We went to go see a couple things in theaters, actually some re-releases.
So we're talking about
January.
Media we consumed first, or we're talking about what we consumed first in between?
And then we'll go into the stats.
What we've consumed first. Number 1, my wife.
Oh, Jesus.
Number 2, me.
Okay.
Number 3, David Bowie.
Yeah, we went to go see the re-release in
of
theaters of Labyrinth
for
the 40th anniversary. We've obviously already had an episode talking about our thoughts on Labyrinth, but getting to see it in theaters was really fun.
It was really fun.
And actually, I have to look back into dates, but I think Labyrinth in concert is making its way back to Boston. For the 40th release.
I'm so mad we missed it last time. So that was a good one. We are really just extending the runtime for this episode, considering this would take us 30 minutes.
Yes,
that's fine.
But it's fine. This podcast is about catching up on all media. Yes, we're sticking to a theme, but there's nothing wrong with us telling you guys about what we've been doing in the meantime that's not necessarily related to
we feel like those parents catching up with you in the divorce. Hey, sport, how are you? How's soccer going? Oh, you're not doing soccer anymore? You haven't for 2 years? Oh. Okay. Well, let me talk to you about Labyrinth.
We also went to go see the re-release for the 25th anniversary of all 3 of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Your first time seeing these movies.
Which we have not talked about on this podcast yet, and I don't want to go too much into detail on my thoughts about them because we will have an entire month dedicated to them eventually.
You gotta specify the extended releases.
The extended releases.
We sat in those chairs for 4 or 5 hours each time.
We did.
I'm used to this. I saw Killers of the Flower Moon, and that's even chump change slightly in comparison to some of these extended releases. I've seen Oppenheimer. I've seen everything, okay? I've sat in theaters without moving a damn inch, okay? I did not move an inch from this. This is her first marathon. She didn't get up to piss once, and I was so proud of her.
The first movie was really bad because I didn't go pee beforehand. First movie, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was about to tap out, and then the credits started rolling, and I was like,
she held it in for literally 2 hours. I remember her telling
bad.
me. I remember her telling me, and I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like, you did it? She goes, yeah, I've been holding it in for 2 hours.
Uh-huh.
So that was great.
I was committed.
And then I had my issue at Return of the King.
Oh.
Somewhere at the 2-hour mark, I want to say, I started feeling it, and I go, oh, even though I had pissed beforehand, unfortunately, I'm a very frequent hydrator of water.
Return of the King is the longest one.
4.5 almost to 5 hours, yes. And basically, I fucking just kind of sat there, and I was like, oh, dear God. I literally, any moment, my bladder was going to be Mount Doom at the end and just fucking erupt. I was ready to cascade piss.
And you didn't even have a drink.
No.
I had gotten the drink. You did not.
The issue is I'm a frequent hydrator, so I pissed before the movie. Mm-hmm. But then 2 minutes before, I had like 3 sips of water essentially, and my bladder went, hey, that's enough out of you, and came back to haunt me. Did not help. I did not sleep well the night before, honestly. So I had work at 7 a.m., then like an hour break before we went to see Lord of the Rings, and then at some point like a migraine started coming, and I was like, oh no, not during Lord of the Rings, please.
Yeah, I know, I had a huge headache the first night.
Yeah, you did, but like honestly, it was just, I mean, we gotta go back to Labyrinth really quick, because we didn't talk about the experience of Labyrinth in theaters. Sure. I mean, we love Labyrinth. There's something special about seeing your favorite movie in theaters, restored in as beautiful quality as it was. I cried like 3 times, I feel like, or nearly cried. I didn't bawl my eyes out, thankfully. I almost wanted to, but I was like, nope, can't do it. And I'm pretty sure I kept seeing her look at me several times, and I was like, oh no. I'm getting teary-eyed thinking about it now. And of course, they did the anniversary right around the same time as David Bowie's death and birthday. So that hits extra hard, because Bowie is one of my favorite artists of all time. One of my favorite, celebrities of all time. Parasocial, obviously, but like he's genuinely like always been this interesting genius in music and in acting and everything else. And like he always has like such an interesting attitude about life. So I honestly like, it was a very wild few days celebrating the life of David Bowie. And of course, one of the biggest moments is with his acting, and Jareth being one of his best roles, other than obviously some of his other popular movies, including his role as Nikola Tesla in a movie. So, fun fact.
I know, I feel like he can be, we updated our wheel, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I mean, he was also the king of Atlantis, but, what do I know? He was the king of Atlantis.
Yes, which everyone was mad that we did not get a David Bowie song.
Which, in retrospect, I'm mad about too, now I know it's David Bowie, because how the fuck do you not... Anyways. But Labyrinth was fantastic. Genuinely an amazing time. It was a packed theater, which is funny. I think there was maybe 8 or 7 of us at that time.
Yeah, some people don't think that it's worth going to a re-release in theaters. Because obviously, like, you have the Blu-ray at home, you have the 4K at home.
What are you, a hater of fun?
I personally, like, I think if you can do it, like, Benson is an AMC Stubs membership,
baby.
So I do think it is worth it to go see it if
this was excluded. The Fathom events are excluded, but damn it, I don't care. It is worth the fun.
I think it's a fun experience to see them how they were meant to be seen originally.
And also they had like a little interview, like there was a, I guess it was at a convention, I want to say.
It looked like it.
Yeah, and like some of them were talking about like the movie and everything and just everything else. Some of them were also talking about David Bowie himself, and I think the composer for the music, the other composer for like the music, was like, oh shit, I am so nervous to meet David Bowie. He probably doesn't know who I am, and like how Bowie was like the most humble dude. Like, I am so honored to meet you and your works. Like, it's so fucking cool. And it's the same with Lord of the Rings, but Labyrinth, again, amazing time. You know, I do want to side note, since we're talking about this, talk about when we saw Return of the King, because there was something that pissed me off right before the movie. All three movies have Peter Jackson's interview. Those interviews themselves don't piss me off. He was just rambling, talking about whatever he wants. I've seen mixed feelings about them on TikTok with people. I think it's fucking cool. And I think he's earned the fucking right, if you ask me, to ramble about whatever he wants with this movie.
Yeah, he's that kind of British that tends to just, like, ramble on a little
and
bit.
It kind of like,
there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's funny. It adds some charm.
It's not even just, like, a British thing. It's just the person thing. It's just, like, he mumbles at some point while he's thinking about everything. And, like, it's like, it's not like a professional thing. He literally, I think, just turned on his webcam and sat in his house, and like he has like the same variation of the same shirt. He was talking about everything, and he was so nice too, because he also like knows this might be some people's first viewing of Lord of the Rings as a media franchise, and didn't give like big spoilers, which is funny, you know, which is so funny to me.
Yeah, he just gave some like behind the scenes background,
and then he paid homage in Return of the King to like all the actors that had passed that he worked with, like Christopher Lee, obviously one of the greatest to do it. Speaking of Star Wars, circling back to that, rest in peace to him. And that didn't bother me, but this is my pet peeve in general when it comes to anniversary stuff and just respecting media as a whole. Somewhere in the last 5 minutes of that interview, across the theater, I started hearing this group talking, and they were like, it was so disrespectful because they were I was like, okay, people are getting restless, whatever, you expect it. They were talking about Peter Jackson in general, like, what the fuck was the point of it and all? Like, they were so confused, and it was during when they were talking about the tributes he was talking about, and like, I fucking lost it. And then he was like, sorry, I'm rambling. And I'm like, oh, he's so funny.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I'll stop talking now. Like, you're already going to sit through a 4-hour movie. And
and somebody from that group
cheered.
Somebody literally was like, yeah, you probably should. Dude, if you're listening to this and you're that person, go fuck yourself. I hope I do not see you in public, because I will throw hands on Peter Jackson's behalf. Like, listen, and this is a serious thing from Benson. I get it. You're there for the movie, but it's also an anniversary thing. You're celebrating. People want to talk about celebrating media franchises, but don't want to sit and celebrate the behind the scenes that makes it. You want to celebrate the product instead of the process. And this is why AI is winning big time in media conversations right now, which disgusts me, because nobody wants to talk about the process. Nobody cares about the process and what happens behind the scenes. All people care about is literally just the product. And I am so mad about it still, because Labyrinth, so respectful. Fellowship, Two Towers, so respectful. But the fact that, like, this seems like a general consensus is so appalling to me, as if you aren't going to watch 4 hours of this movie anyways. Like, what is another 15, 20 minutes of the man that made your product happen to begin with, this passion project? What is the big deal with that? He's giving you, like, the coolest inside scoop in the world. Like, this is the closest we're getting to behind the scenes now that aren't behind the scenes, since that feels like a dead art with the streaming service thing going on. I just wanted to point that out. I think that's my issue with media respect as a whole, because I never heard that issue with Labyrinth. Never heard that issue when Hayden Christensen introduced Revenge of the Sith when we saw it in theaters. Like, but I do know there's probably people that complain about that type of shit. Like, oh, that's corny, or oh, that's stupid. Well, listen, you want people to take pride in their work, and then you don't actually want to sit through it. Go fuck yourself. I don't know. I'm rambling. It's not my whole thought, but that's something that's been stewing in my head. So
that is so valid. I was also really annoyed then.
Yeah, I almost actually got up and started throwing elbows.
Throwing elbows.
I really did feel like Aragorn at the Black Gate, where I was going to be like, for Peter, and charge right at them. So that was my thing. But Lord of the Rings. I know you said you're not going to go into detail, because we do have a theme for Tolkien. Okay, you have read the book before.
Yes.
So just give us your general thought of the movies.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
I will use one word, and that is all, and we will discuss it when we roll the wheel and the wheel decides.
Okay, is that all you're going to say?
That is all I'm going to say.
That's all you're going to say.
Yes, because I have a lot of thoughts, and I don't want to go into too many of them.
Has Lord of the Rings, though, become one of your favorite franchises now? You could say.
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Between the book and this,
Yes.
I feel like, yeah, good call. Good choice, honestly. I mean, Led Zeppelin and Lord of the Rings go hand in hand as well, so it's great to see. And my TikTok's been full of Lord of the Rings since, so I'm happy now.
Mine too.
I'm so happy about it. But, okay, so we've talked about that. Any other media that you've indulged in that you want to talk about?
I think no, because we didn't really watch anything that was not Star Wars related.
Nothing new, we should say.
Nothing new.
Or re-release anniversary type shit.
I mean, I've put on, like we said, the Muppets Mayhem I rewatched. December was mostly just rewatching old Christmas movies. I didn't really watch anything new there.
We did a few episodes in January too, so since then we haven't done anything. But
Yeah.
I can't say I've done much media-wise either.
So let's get into stats.
Part 1 of Star Wars. Go ahead.
Part 1 of Star Wars.
Talk about your stats. We'll go over your
Total
favorite.
things watched is 19
So far.
so far.
Put an asterisk.
12 of those were movies.
3 trilogies, and then the quote-unquote independent. I regret calling it independent now, in honor of Rogue One especially.
Yes.
It's a weird categorization.
Well,
but,
it's an independent movie.
But it's not even really independent because it ties to New Hope, and it's also tied to Andor. You know what I mean?
I don't think anything in here is really independent.
There's nothing
It's just,
independent, I guess. Yeah, it all ties together in some way. But
12 of those were movies.
Yep.
Meaning 7 of them were TV shows.
And you
Out
finished
of
5.
those 7, I finished 5. We
Yep.
caught up on 1,
Which one?
which was Visions. We should be getting
Ooh.
another season of that within the next 2 years. I think 2027 would be the speculated release.
Well, they're doing this TV show based on one of them anyways, so maybe we won't get Star Wars
that
Visions
is
at
also
all.
Fair.
You know?
I know, but it has not been canceled yet.
It hasn't
also hasn't been
officially.
renewed yet.
Which we should talk about the news of the shows when we get to the shows because something else just came out. We spoke into Vision.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that, I guess.
And we started 1. I only watched 4 episodes of the Clone Wars.
I think that's when you started your burnout because you were trying to watch the other TV shows with Clone Wars.
No, I fully blame that on Andor.
Real? Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, we'll talk about that afterwards.
Oh, for sure.
I rewatched 6, which is the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy. I had already seen those before this.
Yep, that's right.
Meaning 13 of them were watching for the first time.
Yep.
I mean, all of the TV shows.
Including
some of these I had never even heard of.
Mm-hmm, yes.
And a total episode count, which will be significantly longer.
This might be a record breaker.
Significantly longer in May. This one was 108 episodes, including those 4 episodes of Clone Wars.
Yeah, that's going to be a record broken by the end, for sure. Especially because there's going to be a movie coming out in May, Mandalorian and Grogu, as you finish Mandalorian.
So now we can talk about it. Benson just brought up our podcast seems to be manifesting new things in all of the media.
Every time we talk about a theme or lightly bring something up, let's talk about before we get to like our thoughts on the shows. This ties into the thoughts on everything, I guess. One of the actors, I forget his name. You really like him.
It was the one for an Acolyte.
Yes.
The one who I think is incredibly attractive. I don't know his name off the top of my head, but he played in A Good Place.
Yes.
It was the one who plays the villain.
Yes. Because I guess something about Darth Plagueis, there are some questions, and now hold this to a thread. I don't know if I'm still skeptical about the verification of this source. Always be skeptical of your sources. Go figure. But there were some questions, I guess, about Darth Plagueis' role and what that role would have been in Season 2, because to our knowledge, Season 1, after Acolyte was canceled, and it seems like it was canceled entirely. Sorry. I'm getting over a virus. I'm on the tail end today. Well, he said, I don't want to say too much because there still is a chance we could come back for Season 2. This was a few weeks ago. So, the show being canceled, and I feel like this is media as a whole now, because if everybody knows in the video game sphere, do you guys remember Metroid Dread? Remember then when that was a thing that was teased in the original Metroid Prime? You don't know this story, actually, do you? Okay. let's go over into this. Let's tie it together to Acolyte and how nothing is truly canceled anymore. So, Metroid Dread. I watched that direct. You watched it with me. You saw me and a bunch of people lose our mind in call over a Metroid game.
I did.
But it isn't just that made us lose our minds. Back in the GameCube era, where in the Prime games that you could play, the first-person Metroid games mainly, there was, I think in 2 or 1, I want to say, maybe 3. I forget what. It was in a Prime game, though. If you looked closely, there was a file that said Codename Dread, or like Operation Dread or something like that. So Metroid Dread basically was in development for years, got canned, and then in this grand reveal, they brought it back. Like 2 decades later almost, or a decade and a half, I want to say. So that was one of the first big instances of in my lifetime since high school, I want to say, or after high school, where something was seemingly dead and then brought back to life. It seems media as a whole is leaning towards that, where they are still saying even if it's canceled, nothing is ever truly gone. And I feel like this season 2 of Acolyte might be that, actually. I don't want to say it. I truly think we're not getting more Acolyte stuff, but the fact that he's saying that makes me think that they might have filmed a little something before it got canceled, and there's footage that they might want to bring back in some way, or they're currently making plans to do season 2.
Which,
again.
honestly, as much as I did not love the show, I wouldn't be mad about it.
Apparently,
I think I would watch season 2 to see where it was going to go.
Apparently, season 2 was going to be better, according to a lot of sources that had been seeing leaked stuff for what season 2 could be, including the Darth Plagueis stuff.
That's why I don't like when companies like jump the gun. Just because season 1 does not do well does not mean season 2 won't.
I mean, it's also the inverse where, like, it's a tough call. I mean, it's a tough call. It's tough. It really is tough. Everything is so easy to cancel now in regards to media. It's not like back then where, like, there was a bad show and you wrote it for maybe a season or 2, and then depending on how the second season's plot goes, you're like, nope, we gotta cancel third season. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like everything is packaged together already. Like, it's so easy to can things now, but it's also such a waste of money. But I guess that ties into that, because then we also manifested during Star Wars, the new Muppet Show happening when we were talking about this podcast. Yeah. So that was great. I remember that one. And? What do you mean, and?
We manifested another new show.
What did we manifest? What? I forget now.
Darth Maul.
Oh my fucking... Well, that's been a thing for a while.
Oh, we didn't know that.
I knew that.
You didn't tell me that. You literally told me our podcast manifested something.
Well, it manifested a release date. I didn't know when the release date was.
You didn't tell me that.
It's the new Darth Maul show, which we have to add to the rotation now. Oh boy, is now coming out in April, right before the podcast. I don't know if the date was confirmed beforehand, and I'm just out of the loop, or I don't know if this was confirmed with the trailer. But we got Star Wars. New media, a movie and a TV show, a month apart, we now have to add to the rotation. Oh boy.
We'll figure it out. We got this.
Oh yeah. Don't even get me started on Marvel. A new show literally just dropped like 5 days ago. Wonder Man, which apparently is fantastic according to our friend Ben, which we'll talk about, who we'll talk about in a second, because we'll get to that at the end. But, okay. Stats aside. Going back to, and like, manifesting aside and all this other shit aside, let's talk about Star Wars and your experience so far.
Oh man, it's a heavy series.
Yeah?
I think that's what definitely led to the burnout, and it sucks because it's such a good series. It just has a lot of moving pieces, and it is so dark, and with everything going on in the world right now, fuck ICE, fuck Trump.
I'll say it again. Abolish ICE. Fuck you.
Fuck ICE. Fuck Trump. Also, if you think Star Wars is not political, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a tough thing to watch. I think the only not really political shows that took like a more family, kid-friendly shows
I already know where you're
were Ewoks and droids.
Jesus fucking Christ. The weakest links.
They weren't weak. I loved Ewoks.
You said they and then went to Ewoks. What is Ewoks? Non-binary now? Or the Chuki-Yuki? Do they identify as Chuki-Uki?
Well, I meant the shows in general. I did not like droids.
Droids, you said
But
they
well,
as regards to the show. What are their pronouns Chuki-Uki to you? Like, what the fuck? Is droids' pronouns R2, D2 to you? What the fuck, bro? You said they're not that bad, and then
I
disregarded
meant the
droids.
shows. Well, yeah, because I didn't like droids.
You can't say they're not that bad, and then look at them and go,
Okay, fine. Droids was bad.
Droids was bad.
Ewoks wasn't that bad.
It was okay, but that's my issue. It's so mediocre.
But it was supposed to be like a more kid-friendly.
There's so many better options,
Star
though.
Wars.
They didn't stand out, and the production sucked ass, and it showed. And then they pulled a wubbulous world, as they put it.
They did pull a wub, as I put it. They pulled a wubbulous.
It's just those. Okay, so let's get those out of the way. I guess they are the most different from the shows.
Yes.
Did it still do an effective job showcasing the galaxy?
No.
I guess, yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I think droids did a better job of showing the galaxy. Obviously in Ewoks, all we got was the forest.
Which is fair, but also, like, it is part of the galaxy.
Yeah.
And technically, you don't see much of Endor other than the Ewoks in the movie.
Yeah.
You know? There's a whole lore. There's the other Ewok live-action movies. There's, like, a lore system to Endor that makes it a dangerous...
I want to watch those.
It's basically Endor is just the Appalachian Mountains if it was a planet.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's a really good way to put it.
Like giants, like those traps that they used against all the stormtroopers, those are meant for the giants that eat Ewoks.
Oh, I don't like that.
So there's like a whole thing, and I think Legends, which again canon stuff, where Luke and Leia have to help the Ewoks defend from a giant. I forget his name off the top of my head, but I know the species. But it's not just the Ewoks on the planet. They are not alone.
Yeah.
But, I mean, even then, without that in mind, they did a good job showcasing Endor as a part of a galaxy. But the galaxy itself. Let's talk about that. Excuse me. Oh, my nose. We talk about, world building a lot. Some of your favorite parts of a show or a movie are when the world itself is a character.
Yes.
Fairy Tale's one of your favorites in that regard.
Yes.
Like, Fiore is one of your favorite worlds of all time, I would say, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Because the world's alive. And there's so many moving pieces.
Yes.
Star Wars, is it up there for you now in that world?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's literally every single planet. It's what I wanted from Eden Zero, which is another
Hiro Mashima,
manga,
yeah.
yes, by the same author as Fairy Tale.
Which has already ended by the time Fairy Tale 100-Year Quest is on its last legs, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I can't say much about that because, someone hasn't caught up. This one. And I'm trying not to scream because literally, you know what? To side tangent real quick. To put it in the, most very weird general question in general, a nuke was just dropped. Yeah. Like a quite literal nuke, essentially. There is a hurricane.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. But, so here's my questions that you like the Star Wars Galaxy world then. Can you picture this world without the politics that Star Wars brings forward? It's hard, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think so.
That's what makes this so good, though, and stand out in my opinion. Like, yes, some shows are weaker, and some media is weaker, but it still does a good job, in my opinion, standing out because of the politics. Like, the politics are embedded into the world compared to others, you'd say, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that I feel like it is called Star Wars, no shit. So how do you feel about that? Like, you literally see the politics embedded into this galaxy. Is there a world where you can see this galaxy without that at all?
No, I don't think it's possible.
Like, there still would be wars and this and
Yeah.
that, but compared to some other lesser sci-fi stuff or lesser worlds in general, the politics and the thematics aren't always as embedded or ingrained into the character that is the world,
Yeah.
like Star Wars does.
So, something that is really interesting to me, and I just noticed it, the more and more we watched, the movie's, yes, political, but it was really surface level.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people think, or some people might think, oh, I can just watch the movies. Like, they cover everything. I don't need to watch the shows. No, I think you need to watch the shows in order to understand the world, because the movies, very, very surface level. You're just following
The good and the bad.
Skywalker saga, the good and the bad.
Like, it's literally cut point blank dry. Good, bad.
I think you really need to watch the shows to understand just how much goes into, just how many people go into it, just how much world building goes into it.
The politics get deeper in the shows, you'd say, right?
Exactly, so much. And again, we tie it all back to Andor.
Yup.
Because this is what caused my burnout. Not because it was a bad show. It was a phenomenal show. Probably my favorite show of the bunch. But it was so real.
Yeah.
It was so real. It went into everything. You saw how many moving pieces there were. You saw just how surface level every other show has been up until this point.
Andor, especially, like you said, coming at the time and talking about it again while we're filming today on the national, strike.
Yes, national strike.
Today,
if you don't know what it is,
January 30th.
No, I mean, obviously some people just can't not go to work, but the goal would be don't go to work, don't go to school,
don't buy anything. And I guess there's a consensus among small businesses. If you do small business.
Yeah, I personally think it is okay if you want to support your small businesses. I just wouldn't go to the big businesses.
Yeah, and even then, it's a question mark on the small business anyways, because part of them, their funds and taxes do still go back to the government, which sucks.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're still not doing anything really today, so I think I might stream today when this comes out and turn off ads and subscriptions so that way nobody has to spend money. But, like, again, it feels so real, and it's surreal to think about, where fucking Andor, again, I mean, that episode was hard to film. I think you see it in my face rewatching it. The amount of times I tried not to fucking start sobbing uncontrollably during the plot points and connecting it to the real world. Woof.
It is. It's a tough watch.
But it's a necessary watch.
It is.
I think Andor needs to be a necessary watch in so many political classes, in my opinion. It's a nice in-between where it does connect to a bigger galaxy if you want, but it also teaches you morality on a basic level. Like, this is something I feel like film, TV show classes should start showing, in my opinion.
It might fall on my list of amazing media, amazing production, amazing cast. I don't think I'll ever watch it again unless I'm in a really sad mood.
That's valid. I mean, it's
up there with Nosferatu.
But Andor's such a good watch. I mean, you don't need to rewatch either, I feel like, because it sticks with you. It sticks with you where you go. And I think that's the biggest thing about Star Wars is it needs to stick with you to get the point across. Like, yes, you watch the movies. Good, bad, popcorn flick, done. You don't have to indulge into it too much. These shows, like Clone Wars, especially when you get to some episodes I can't wait to talk about with you. Like, oh boy. Andor, oh boy. I mean, even Rogue One, like, yes, it still is good, bad at the end of the day, but it's way deeper and has a lot more to talk about, quite frankly. So, I am very intrigued. I'm very intrigued to see how I feel about the rest of these shows coming up, because while they're not as heavy as Andor, boy, does it get fucking dark. Clone Wars especially. Oh, Clone Wars is going to get... I'm so sad we didn't get to talk about Clone Wars.
I know.
I think it has some of the best commentary in the Star Wars universe outside of Rogue One and Andor. Like, there's a lot they talk about. Like,
I would hope so. It's 7 seasons.
You'd be surprised. There are a lot of shows that do nothing with 7 seasons.
You leave Supernatural out of this.
I did not say Supernatural, but sure, Slay Queen.
Some people think after the 4th season it went bad, but I love it.
I know you do, but okay, so we talked about everything with, like, the world itself. That was my biggest question I had out of the way. Just talk to me about the movies. Like, start with the prequel, go into the sequel, maybe take a detour before the sequel and do, like, the independent films and all that stuff. But talk to me about your experience, the roller coaster of emotions.
These 2 months have been very, very interesting. We had our shortest episodes ever.
Yeah.
And our longest episode.
The movies were the longest.
Far. No, actually, there was only one that was over 2 hours.
Which one was that?
And that was the prequels, because we had so many strong feelings on that series. And it's because I had so many strong feelings on Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really excited to get into the Clone Wars. I just didn't have time, but
You've really been seeing more of Anakin with these shows.
And like it makes me sad. Like I want to root for him so much because we see so much good in him. It just
the proper guidance was never there.
That and it does make me really curious to see where things would have gone if the prequels came first. If this was always Anakin's story.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing in my opinion.
Which is another reason I'm excited to like dive into some books because I know there are some like what if books. I don't know if there are any on. Like, what if Anakin?
Well, it's interesting.
Follow the dark side.
Because what if the prequel trilogy has way more. It's more than just good and bad. Mm-hmm. Like there are levels to where the good is also bad in their own right, and they're their own downfall. The original trilogy is like the cut and try, good versus evil. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the prequel trilogy would be as good if it was filmed first.
That's fair.
I mean, look at Darth Maul. Like, listen, not to bring up Darth Maul again, but like, the action in the prequel trilogy would not be as good in my opinion. I don't think the lightsaber duels would be as impactful. Like, Mustafar, no way that would be able to be as big as it is. I feel like, as much as I like the original trilogy, I do think, unfortunately, swapping places. The original trilogy would get a big buffer in my opinion. I think it would get some good kick-ass stuff going, but it would also lose the emotional samurai-like value in the original duels, like Luke versus Vader both times in my opinion. The prequel trilogy would lose the action part and some of the emotion part because the emotion comes from the wide shots, the CGI moments where, like, they're flying through these things together. Like, I don't think it would land as well. I'm curious to see if anyone else has thoughts on that as well. I don't know if it would land as well, in my opinion. Especially because I feel like if you swap places, George Lucas back then, this is some of his first big stuff, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. It was very clearly good, evil Vietnam. I feel like the prequel would just lose all layers of morality and, like, how bad takes control of good when good falters and shoots its own foot off. I feel like that'd be lost in the original trilogy.
Yeah, I go back and forth between, like, another debate in the Star Wars universe is which of the trilogies you should watch first.
Yes, that was one we talked about.
And I go back and forth all the time because, on one hand, if you don't know that Darth Vader is Luke's father, that's a giant surprise.
Oh.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know it until you spoiled it for me.
Fuck. So... I can't believe that's like the greatest moment of my life. The greatest fumble where one of the most well-known things she didn't know. And I was like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot.
Actually wasn't you. It was one of our other friends that you play D&D with.
Oh, Connor?
No, Brian.
Brian! Was it Brian?
It was Brian because we all came here one day, actually 10 years ago.
To watch Phantom Menace.
That's
right.
It was actually 10 years ago yesterday. I got it on my... I got it in my memories yesterday.
Yeah, we had our Glee show after. That's right.
So... Yeah, I completely lost track of what we were doing.
Darth Vader, the spoiler.
Right. So, on one hand, I think you should watch the prequels, for that reveal. On the other hand...
You mean the original for that reveal first?
The original, yes. On the other hand, the prequels. They don't... Like, the final action scene in that final movie means nothing if you don't know who Anakin was.
Yeah.
Like, why should I care? At this point, all he's done is be a complete fucking asshole. But you saw the hope he had in the prequels.
Yep.
And that makes it 10 times more powerful.
It's tough.
It's so hard. We're not even talking about the fucking sequels at this point, because fuck those movies.
We'll get to that.
I don't want to.
We have to go over everything.
We don't, though.
So, no, go back to the prequel then. Go back to the prequel. How do you feel about the prequel? How did it feel going back?
So many strong feelings, and it's not because they were bad movies.
But
it's not because they were bad movies. It was just because of the decisions that character made. I've made a point. I'm a very character-based fucking person. So if people are making dumb fucking decisions, I'm gonna be so mad about it.
Yeah.
Like Padme, they ruined her. They fucking ruined her, only to bring her back like, in the form of Leia, which is great. Leia was great. She was strong, badass the whole time. Yes, she was in love. But she was still just as badass when she was in love.
Yep.
They should have used that for Padme. She got fucking soft at the end.
Yeah, quite literally, she went limp. What?
Jacob is...
I didn't... Anyways. Okay, more character decisions.
So, yeah, overall, that's what pissed me off about that. The original trilogy...
What about this action, though? Best action, in your opinion?
Best action? Okay. I think the answer stems from the fact that I'm not a huge fan of gunfights.
That's valid.
Not for any political reasons, blah blah blah. Although I don't support the use of guns if they are not needed. Protection, yeah, sure, but you don't need a fucking assault rifle.
Yeah.
But I think personally, the lightsaber battles just feel more personal. You can have more emotion in those. You don't have as much emotion if you're just pew-pewing each other.
I mean, the original had better... no, actually, the prequel had some good stakes for that, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Actually, the original, I think, had better gunfights.
Yeah, they had better gunfights, yes. But the prequel just had better battles as a whole.
Oh, agreed.
I cared more about the battles in the prequel. I did not care about the battles in the original.
Hey!
As much.
Battle of Hoth! Wait a minute.
Ah!
Bring back that stupid fucking scream. Let it fucking go.
No, it was
Jesus
really...
fucking Christ. It's been 87 years. Get over it. Fucking stupid ass. I can't stand you. Why'd we come back to this show? Why are we here? I can't do this. How do we get... Let's get to the original trilogy then. The thing that started all of this universe.
Uh-huh.
What'd you think of it?
Ah! 2 screams up.
I hate you so much right now. I hate you so much.
It's funny. I'm funny.
I'm turning to the dark side so fast. Your actual thoughts, shit ass.
I think it's a solid start.
Yeah, very solid.
Overall, I really, really like them. I would have been... I don't know. I mean, yes, I love them all. I think this is a great start to the series. I wasn't sure how to feel about Han as a character at first.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure how to feel about Luke first. I don't know. It's an interesting thing when you watch the prequels first because you see the parallels between the two. I think Luke and Anakin, who did the fighting emotions better, I think Anakin did.
Oh yeah. Agreed. But also Luke is written as a heroic trope, the hero's journey, cut and dry type of thing.
I think that's a good way to think about it.
That's basically it, and why I feel like if you put the prequel trilogy in the original's DNA of the time frame and all that stuff, and not to be that person, even though I hate to be that person, but the special effects and the writing and all that stuff, I don't think it would go as well.
Yeah.
Because George Lucas followed a very typical hero's journey. Yes, Empire Strikes Back deviates a little bit from it because the bad guys won, but typically the hero's journey and A New Hope in the original trilogy is still pretty cut and dry amidst the deviation that is Empire Strikes Back, which is the best, if not one of the best movies of all time still. Mm-hmm. And I think we can both agree on that.
Yeah.
So, characters, who would you give it to, actually, between the two? You got this.
Think that's a really hard question.
One has more flaws, but more grounded in a way. The other is rooting for the good guys across the board.
I can't choose. I'm sorry.
Valid.
No,
okay.
I can't. Because they're both so different. The prequel trilogy is the villain's story. It's literally what it is. You've heard this done a million times. It's been done, especially with Disney reimaginings, books especially. It's just the typical villain story.
Yep.
But then you get the hero story, and it, like you said, it's very cut and dry hero. I think they're both good for what they do.
Yeah.
Except that last fucking movie with Padme. She's the only one that pissed me off.
I know, honey. It's okay.
And then we get to the sequels where everyone pissed me off.
Oh, okay. We're just jumping right into that. Cool. Goddamn. All right. What did the sequel trilogy do better than those ones?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. Good answer.
Nothing.
So, talk to me about the sequel trilogy then. What'd you feel going into Force Awakens?
Okay, Force Awakens was a good fucking movie.
It was just A New Hope Part 2.
I was not mad about it. It was a good movie.
It was A New Hope Part 2.
Yeah, but like that's not necessarily a bad thing.
With like the slightest deviations with Finn that sprinkled some originality.
But like it had some promise.
And then
it was just fucking no, it just went bad. It just went bad.
I think I've realized I have a revelation during our talks that I've been trying to put into words for years as a Star Wars fan on why it didn't work.
Oh, I love when we do that.
Get ready.
Okay.
I'm sorry for all the sniffling, by the way.
You're fine, honey.
But I'm going to put it best. I don't know if anyone's already come up with this. They probably have. I'm late to the party probably, but I have not seen this in takes. But I am also not involved with fan bases online because toxic spaces. I hate it. So, here we go. The sequel trilogy failed because they tried to combine the original and the prequel trilogy plotline all into one while glossing over the layers that made the prequel as it is. Look at Kylo Ren and Luke's relationship specifically, and how Kylo Ren fell to the dark side. Do you see that now?
Yeah, I agree.
They glossed over everything that made the prequel trilogy as layered as it is in putting why good falters and, shoots itself in the foot, while trying to do cut and dry good and evil in the original in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's tough. It's tough, honestly, to think about. So, they butchered it, though, because of that. They really did.
They did, and it was just so frustrating because I get it. It's supposed to be past the lightsaber, the original trio is passing over the legacy. All three of them didn't need to die, though. And how they handled Carrie Fisher. Yes, she. Oh, hon. Oh, what are we doing? Uh-oh.
Can I say something into the mic real quick?
Go ahead, but just warn the people.
It's a warning in advance. It's a passing of the torch, but they didn't do anything to deserve it. So, I don't know if it caught all that, but I moved my mic, and I was trying to do a funny, and I disconnected it. But we're back. But as I was saying, bass boosted. You might have to turn that down when we're editing it a little bit. But they didn't do anything to deserve it.
Yeah.
They are not. They did nothing. They speed ran what made the original and the prequel so good all into one and called it a squeakquel.
Do I think they were the worst movies ever? No.
Yes.
No. I've watched it.
There are worse.
Well, yeah.
We'll get to that.
But they weren't good. They ruined everything that the first 6 movies stood for, and it was really, really, really upsetting.
And they tried to be funny way too hard. They fly now? They fly now! Was the worst delivery of all time. I will take alien titty milk.
Oh my god, I hated that
any
scene.
day.
No, I hated that.
Over they fly now.
I hated that. I hated that a lot.
The only one that was consistent throughout and was a badass and was like the character I liked the most, Poe.
I liked Poe.
Poe was great.
I think that's funny, though. You just mentioned the humor. He was the one delivering most of that fucking humor.
Yeah, and he did pretty good in some cases.
I liked Poe.
But then in other cases, he didn't, and then others didn't. Finn, I'm going to be so mad that he is the most wasted potential of all time. Like,
agreed.
he's one of the wasted characters of all time. You hyped him up to be a Jedi. You hyped him up so badly to be a Jedi in some degree, and I hate it. You hyped everything up with their love with Rey and Finn, and then do nothing with it, and force a different relationship in Last Jedi as the base is getting nuked, of all things. Tried to have a Han and Leia moment, but didn't. Like, I'm so mad about it. Okay. Here's my question then for the sequel trilogy, because we've established they're bad across the board. Bad. You can disregard it until eventually they start tying canon shows from the prequel original into a sequel show. I want to know your opinion, and I want this to be known for Connor specifically. Which is worse, Rise of Skywalker or Last Jedi? Which one? You got this.
Probably Rise of Skywalker.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't think The Last Jedi was the worst.
It's not.
I was expecting it to be so much worse because of how Connor has reacted all these years.
Oh my god, it's like a shoulder shrug of a movie more than anything. I feel
it's just meh.
It's meh. Like, yes, I do it. I still hold firm in my points from The Last Jedi, but they didn't let anything cook. Mm-hmm. They didn't let it cook at all. They didn't let anything simmer, and they were better off just keeping the legends canon and not making the canon. But we'll get to that in the canon episode when we get to Thrawn and fucking everything else anyways, because guess who's canon again? Thrawn. But anyways, I digress. So sequel trilogy, easiest one to talk about yet.
Yes.
Did it do anything better than the original and prequel? I'm dying to hear this from you.
No.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely not. No, thank you.
Okay.
If I never have to watch those movies again, I'll be happy.
And you don't have to. So let's talk about the independent films then, or a Star Wars story films, if you will. So, we got Solo, Rogue One, and I'm blanking on that last one so hard.
Clone Wars! Oh my god!
The actual Clone Wars movie. It's been a while since I've watched that again.
Yeah, Clone Wars had a very, very basic story. I'm surprised that it was as long as it was.
Oh, it served more as a elongated pilot than an actual movie.
Yeah.
And it kind of shows because I love the show to death. The show has a much more polished version of the movie's animation. But holy shit, was the animation fucking bad.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. It actually did not age well very rapidly. It did not. But it did introduce some characters you like now.
It did.
You introduced Ahsoka Tano.
I did.
Who you're really going to love as the story goes on.
And
it introduced a new interesting villain that you like, Asajj Ventress.
Yeah,
Dooku's
she's interesting.
Oh.
Dookie.
Did you say Dookie?
No.
Oh my god. I cannot wait. Until you see more from those two in this show. Believe me. But that's the easiest one. You're going to...
Yes.
Good, decent setup.
Yeah.
For...
Solid 3-star.
Yeah, I get... Wow, that's being generous, I feel
Maybe
like.
Maybe 2.5. 3.
That's kind of being generous, I feel like, still. I don't know. Okay, that's fair.
It was fun.
Actually,
I'm okay with a fun, basic movie.
I can't even say it's just Ahsoka and Ventress, because there's a new key character they introduced that's coming into the frickin' Grogu and Mandalorian movie.
Baby Yoda.
No. Not him. Baby Hutt.
I love him.
Do you know what he's going to be in this movie? We're going to get a lot. What?
Not a baby.
I'm going to show you a live reaction.
Oh, Jesus. I'm scared.
I'm going to show her the picture chat. And I'm going to talk to her about the role he has. Mandalorian and Grogu. So.
You thought this was going to be a short episode.
April Fools.
You lied.
So, guess. He's played by, I forget his name. Jeremy Allen White from The Bear. It's...
Oh, okay.
You know who? Okay. We get Jabba's son in this movie, okay? You know what he is in this movie? He's a muscular gladiator. This is all we've seen of him so far. He's a gladiator in this movie.
Looks like a giant live-action version of Slimer.
He does. Honey.
Yeah.
He's a gladiator.
Okay. I don't love that.
How do you feel about the movie going into it now, knowing stuff like that?
I don't think I love that.
So they introduced that, which is important now. Just gonna roll that back real quick.
Oh, all right.
So, several key characters.
That'll be fun to talk about in May.
That'll be great. I can't wait.
Solo was a interesting movie. Not bad. I
really
did like it.
Really, really like it.
But it's a prequel, and we know how I feel about prequels.
Yeah.
If I don't have a strong opinion about them, it's just hard to watch knowing the outcome.
Yeah.
Hard to root for a relationship that you know isn't going to last, because obviously we know who he ends up with.
Yeah.
And
it was cool to see their origins, though. And I think the ones they casted both played a great role.
Yeah.
You know? Donald Glover nailed it as Lando.
I wasn't sure about him at first,
but he
we know
grew on
that.
you. He did great.
He did grow on me.
I really hope the Lando show ends up being a thing. He would be fantastic.
I agree.
I think Donald Glover's just a great actor in general. Really, really good artist in general, I should say, including his music.
It also left so many unanswered questions.
Well, I mean, we never got a follow-up because everything was canned.
I know, but that is what sucks about it, is I want to know what happened to what's-her-face.
Oh, yeah, after she goes to Dathomir to meet, guess who?
Exactly.
Say his name.
Darth Maul.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened to her.
I still wish to this day I could show you her face when that reaction, like, that reveal happened. Because she literally looked so confused.
I was prepared for anything except for that.
You were like, huh?
It was like, huh?
You heard the voice, and you seemed familiar with him, and you're like,
ah, shit.
And you're like, who is that? And then the face, and you're like, huh? Okay, not to be that person, but I don't know. I forget where it falls in the time. I know it's during the Empire, this new Darth Maul show. However, I'm pretty sure it's during the Empire. Watch this be the setup for Darth Maul as the gang leader. That ties into Solo, and we finally get that tie-in. Watch that happen. You'll get your tie-in in some degree, or maybe it's after, and we get some revelation. I don't know. Who knows? We're gonna see. But it was a good movie. Different in a good way, though, for sure. Which leads us to Rogue One.
I would like to rewatch. After having watched Andor, I think my opinions from the original episode might change. So I would like to rewatch.
Such as?
I don't know. I want to see how it ties everything in. Like, I originally thought Solo was my favorite because it had a little bit more hope at the end. And either way, knowing how it ends, it's not going to be very helpful. It's actually going to be quite sad.
Yeah.
But I would like to rewatch that and see how my opinions have differed.
Interesting. Like, increased, you think?
I think so.
Okay, cool. So Rogue One's good in that regard. Anything else you want to say about the movies across the board?
No.
Really? Okay.
No, I think we're good. The shows.
The shows.
The shows have been very miss.
Yeah.
Very miss.
Yeah.
For all except for one so far.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've already talked about my favorite.
I thought 2, maybe.
You're right, 2.
2?
2. I mean...
Excluding Ewoks.
Can we consider canon... Or can we consider Ewoks canon?
I wasn't going to say Ewoks.
Oh, what were you going to say?
I thought Kenobi. I thought you were talking about Kenobi.
Kenobi? I did like Kenobi.
Okay.
I liked it.
What about Visions?
Visions was phenomenal, but... Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. A couple of them have been really, really good.
Okay.
I think Andor obviously has knocked them all out of the park.
Oh, there's no comparison. I'm sorry. There's no comparison.
Acolyte, really pissed me off.
It pissed everyone off.
Visions, I think, is a really, really good show. But again, because of the anthology aspect, is it one that I would be sunk into my TV just watching for hours on end? Probably not.
Yeah, that's just how you are, though. You're not an anthology person in some ways.
Yeah. Like, I like the idea of anthologies. Like, it's, like, I think I said in that episode, if you want something, like, you're in between Star Wars content and you want something Star Wars related to watch, this would be the show to watch.
I absolutely agree. Yeah, I agree with that. I can get boogie with that.
Yeah.
All right. So,
like, it's a good, like, how we used to before streaming services. It's a good show to watch, like, on, like, a weekly night, like, once a week. Like, you know how the episodes come out once a week.
Well, we can't even say that anymore because streaming services...
Back in the olden days.
We can't say that anymore because streaming services are trying to bring that back as well, like weekly releases. At that point, just bring back cable TV, you fucking cowards. Stop making everything so expensive and make me jump through hoops. What the fuck? Anyways, that's my tangent of the day again. Hi, Banky Boo, as he climbs the cat tree.
Yeah, he's feeling needy today.
So a lot of these fill in the blanks, obviously, for a lot of things. How do you feel about the shows as a whole? Like, walk me through filling in the blanks and maybe adding some canon to, in the case of Acolyte, before the movies. How do you feel about these shows across the board? More miss still, or they all have a lot of different vibes.
They do have a lot of different vibes. I did like that we got Ewan McGregor back in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Still don't think that was my favorite show of the bunch.
Oh, God, no. It was good, though, you'd say, right?
It was good. I did like the introduction of Leia as a child. I know some people didn't.
It basically cemented how Ben and Leia met and how they know each other.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, that final episode, though, this is, I feel like, was that your favorite of the bunch for sure?
We got to see a whole new side of Anakin, and that's what I think. I think is a strong component to this show. Because up until this point, he's just been an evil minion. And
he's been a pawn.
Yeah, and he hasn't, like, he's had anger, but he's never actually expressed it. Up until this point, we got to see him at a whole new side. And, oh, it was tough to watch.
Oh, she was sobbing.
That is, yeah, definitely.
Can I tell you when,
yeah.
that whole scene still, we talked about it already, but that whole scene still lives rent-free in my head of Anakin's little whole, like, again, they did the lightsaber colors on purpose, reflecting off Anakin when he was talking to Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan finally got to apologize for everything. Like, I looked over, tears. Straight tears streaking down her face. She was a mess with that.
Thanks, honey.
And then Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah.
For 5 seconds. That made her happy.
For 5 seconds. I just want a whole show.
Liam Neeson.
Disney.
If you're listening.
Disney, if you're listening.
Stop being assholes.
Give me something.
First of all, stop being assholes. Secondly, Qui-Gon Jinn. Get on it.
Literally. Something. Anything. I will take a 3-part miniseries. Just give me something.
Oh, he was great. But a lot of these shows fill those pieces. Okay, so let's get to the biggest question. Consistency. Mm-hmm. Was it a roller coaster, these shows, in quality?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Other than Andor. Andor, I think, is the most consistent because it was like banger after banger after banger.
I don't think in quality. No, I think the only issue we had with any of these shows is because our TV upstairs doesn't get a lot of connection.
But, like, I mean, like, the episode quality. Like, Acolyte, Kenobi, like, you know what I mean? Like and Andor was consistent throughout. There wasn't a bad episode, in my opinion.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You see what I mean? Did that impact your watch and enjoyment and maybe attribute to the burnout? Because none of the series were consistent. Kenobi was good. When it was bad, though, it was bad. But, man, did it excel in its fucking finale. Like, amazingly, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think that's what sucks with Kenobi and Acolyte, is they started off really, really slow. Those 2 flashback episodes in Acolyte definitely ruined that.
Like, I get they're supposed to be important, but 40, like, this show is 30 minutes long, essentially, each episode. You're 40. Taking away 40, yes.
40s.
Thank you.
40 minutes to an hour.
Yeah. So, like, there's the pacing. I guess that's what I was trying to say. The pacing. Wow, I'm still waking up. But the pacing. Do you feel like the pacing took you out of the shows more than anything?
Yeah, I think it's, like, you can't just have low, last episode high.
Yeah.
It's not how that works.
Yeah.
Because if you already know, like, hey, this show isn't getting great reception, let's bang out an absolute banger of a last episode and then give them no more.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I mean, even Acolyte didn't have a good finale. It just was like... It was
had
like
an interesting finale, not a good finale.
It was like, okay,
like a little low.
Yep. It was like, okay, this is an interesting start. Oh, Darth Plagueis. The end. Like, that was Acolyte.
Yeah.
But I think we're in agreement with the shows. Andor's the best that we've seen so far.
Yes.
I mean, that was just consistent quality throughout.
Yeah.
It had a theme. It had a vision. It had a vision, I should say.
Visions.
Fuck you. But I feel like the shows just, there wasn't any consistency. Mm-hmm. And I feel like making some episodes longer than others really, or shorter than others in some cases, shot it in the foot too. So walk me through your emotions of each show, I guess. Like, do you have anything particularly strong other than Andor and Acolyte you feel towards? Or were they just there with really interesting set pieces that, like, filled some gaps in the galaxy and that's it for you? Like,
yeah, I think that
Yeah?
pretty much sums it up.
really?
I can't really walk you through anything more than I've already said without going into full details of the entire episodes, which you guys can already
watch
go
anyways,
watch. I think I'm still interested in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
Obviously. I'm just really hoping that the rest of the shows deliver.
I think you will be very happy.
Okay.
Clone Wars and Rebels especially. Like, these aren't just 6-episode pieces, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Andor did it the best because it had that in mind. But I think for Rebels and Clone Wars especially, you are going to be very, very happy. Because they flesh everything out. There's many different arcs. Like, there are some lulls, obviously, but that's anything, though.
Mm-hmm.
Mandalorian. Book 1 and 2 are there. Book 3 isn't as bad as people say, but it's not the greatest.
Oh, no.
Book of Boba Fett. He sure is. He sure is Boba Fett. I can't wait for your thoughts on Book of Boba Fett.
Okay.
Because you know what people call that? Mandalorian Season 3, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. I call it that, but people just call it an extension of Mandalorian. That's not a joke. Ahsoka. I'm intrigued with Ahsoka. I like it. I think it's good. I think they got a great actress to play Ahsoka real life. I'm intrigued to see how you feel about Ahsoka the show after we watch Star Wars, The Clone Wars, and Rebels, obviously, and connect every piece of the universe together that ties back to what makes this show, especially Clone Wars when it comes to Ahsoka Tano. Very, very intrigued in my opinion, because you're very highly praising her as it is, and you've only done 4 episodes and a movie of Ahsoka Tano. You haven't even seen her fleshed out yet, so that's...
I am excited for her.
Oh, yeah.
I am.
Shit's gonna get great. And Bad Batch, I think you'll like that show. Bad Batch is a decent show from what I've seen so far. I never got to finish it yet. Okay. But Bad Batch is just... I think you'll like it. I think you will like it. I think this second batch of shows across the board is probably going to fare better than this first batch. Like Book of Boba Fett and later Mandalorian stuff, questionable. But I think across the board, you're going to find these shows much better, in my opinion.
I am excited because some of these have been flops.
Oh, yeah.
Which actually brings us to the end of this episode.
Are we done talking? Okay, wait. General thoughts on Star Wars so far. You got to finish it up.
You've already said my.
Yeah, do your verdict. Do your wrap up. Do your final paragraph in your essay.
There is no final paragraph in the essay.
You get an F.
Oh my goodness.
Give us your thought overall. How excited are you to return to Star Wars?
Honey, I've already said that.
Say it again.
I am very excited to return to the Star Wars universe.
Overall, though.
Overall thoughts. Promising start to a lot of these. I've had some very strong feelings. I've had some not so strong feelings.
Slept through half of them.
Slept through some of them. No, I didn't. I watched all of them. Don't tell people that.
I know, but I definitely slept. I thought she was gonna absolutely beat the shit out of me at one point because when we were watching Acolyte together, every 5 seconds she'd hear me go like pretend snoring, and she'd be like, "Can you stop?" And I'm like, "This is the show."
No, you need to stop so that I can hear the show.
There are subtitles. You can read it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kick you.
The Wookiee went to Cancun. I'm just saying.
Anyway, I will give you my final thoughts
when we get there.
In May. When we get there. As of right now, though, because we are talking about so many flops, it brings us to our next theme. We have already spun the wheel.
We spun the wheel for a couple of them, but you won't know till the wrap-ups.
And the wheel has chosen bad movies.
Quite literally.
Obviously, bad movies are subjective.
Very subjective.
So what does that mean for the month of February?
Well, there are some movies that are, surpass subjectivity and go into objectivity. So we've already pooled some of the worst movies, critically failured, I should say, or not acclaimed, critically bombed. That's the better way to say it. We've already pooled those together for an episode, but this is an undertaking we are not doing alone. Say it.
It's gonna be a month full of special guests. I am beyond excited. One of the special guests that will be hanging out with us is, you've already met him. He's Connor.
That's Connor.
So we have Connor's bad movies.
We got Mind Milk host Scramaram.
We have Scramaram, my arch nemesis.
Oh, get over yourself. Get over yourself.
We have our bestie Miggy will be joining us.
Cannot wait for that episode. We have Ben's
from
Movie Basement.
Ben's Movie Basement
on TikTok, which you should be following if you haven't.
And then we're gonna have an episode on Benson.
Hi, my bad movies. And then, oh wait, no, there's another one. This one doesn't have a social media presence, but
yeah,
you forgot your own family.
my cousin wants to be. I knew I was forgetting somebody.
Hey guys, I cleared the mucus out of my chest.
My cousin has been listening to our podcast, and she wants to be on an episode.
I don't think she's gonna anymore.
I'm so sorry.
You fucked up.
My cousin Heather will also be doing an episode with us.
You sound.
Which apparently some of her opinions are super controversial.
Oh, I already heard her opinions, and I got some fucking words for her, that's for sure. Stern talking to, finger waggling when we get on this show. But that is, you literally just did what would happen if if Darth Vader said, "I am your father," and Luke goes, "Who?" Your own family.
I'm so sorry. I love you.
Damn.
My sister was gonna be on an episode with her, but she likes a lot of really bad movies.
She does not have bad movies.
She likes a lot of bad movies. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Master of Disguise. Yes.
I'm surprised that wasn't one of yours.
Listen, there's a lot of. So first week I think is me and Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes, so we're gonna do Rotten Tomatoes first.
Get that out of the way. Talk about objectively bad movies, and I guess talk about what makes something bad objectively.
Yes, and Benson. So I'm excited. I am.
Oh, I can't.
So fucking ready to talk about some of these movies.
We've already got a head start. I'm just saying this right now. I think I'm winning as the best. I mean, the best of the bunch.
The best of the worst.
I know. I have picked the worst of the worst, I should say. I have picked some truly bad movies that maybe I'll post.
I don't think you're losing though, but we'll get into that once we start recording.
Oh, I can't wait. I picked the worst of the worst.
You picked some pretty bad movies, but no. Anyway, I don't want to get into it.
It's hysterical.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
It's cinema. It's cinema. I can't wait. I'm not saying anything on my bad movies. Don't you worry about that. We'll get there when we get there.
But I'm so excited. It's going to be super fun.
Yeah. So.
And we have updated the wheel, so we do have some fun new themes.
We picked March already.
Yes, we picked March already, but that was before we updated the wheel.
Oh, yes. Talk about the update, yes. What'd you add?
We added some really fun new ones that I don't have the wheel pulled up for. We have some actor specific, which I kind of alluded to earlier.
Yep, that's right.
We have director specific, which is going to be really fun.
That'd be a fun one, yeah. We picked best movies to counter worst.
Best movies. We have
PBS,
Jim Henson Part 2, because I do want to watch some more things, because I actually recently discovered some of my kids like Sid the Science Kid.
Oh, okay.
And I just realized that was a Jim Henson production. I never knew that.
Yeah, it is.
I never knew that. So
there's a lot of Jim Henson production stuff after his passing that
so there
is company wide.
So many fun things that I want to talk about.
DComs.
Benson's gonna hate Disney original movies.
Oh, right, yes, okay.
So not to be confused with Disney movies like the princess movies, but like High School Musical.
Oh boy.
And Connor can hang out with us on that one because he was not a Disney kid growing up.
No, he wasn't.
Nickelodeon, which I have spelled wrong here.
We have a free choice.
Free choice, yeah. So just
new
anything.
Movies. So we will literally dedicate a whole month.
Spending the month in a movie theater.
Which is great because AMC stubs.
And Benson's favorite that he's going to hate me for.
Okay.
Reality TV, baby.
I don't want to do it. No!
Yeah, so we have some really fun options
and
coming
reality
up.
TV.
However, after March, we are not spinning the wheel for 2 months.
Huh?
April, we already have planned.
Yes. Oh, wait, yes, you're right.
April, we already have planned. And May we already have planned.
That's true.
So,
I'm excited.
once again, though, we are going to ask you if you have any theme options, because we are trying to make this wheel as big as possible. If you have any theme options that we have not mentioned, leave them in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
And what is your favorite Star Wars production?
So far.
And
what are you looking forward to in part 2?
Yeah.
Because there's some cool shit coming out.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us in the Ketchup Corner. We love you. Fuck ICE. Fuck Donald Trump.
Abolish ICE.
And have a wonderful day. May the Force be with you.
Bye.